Oh, Peasanna, don't you cry for me.
I laughed with my mouth full of cereal. Aunt Florentine blew me a kiss, then she drifted out of the room, singing to herself, "For I come from Mississippi with a moon pie on my knee."
Moon pie,
said Uncle Edisto, poising his pencil over the crossword puzzle.
That's it, 24 across.
The sky had been clouding up all morning, but I was ignoring all signs of rain. A grumble of thunder brought my dog Dismay to the kitchen, where he shoved himself at my feet under the table, pressed his shaggy black body against my legs, and shuddered.
"Oh, now, doggy,"
said Great-Uncle Edisto, peering under the table at Dismay.
"You don't have to worry about no thunder. It's a beautiful day for a picnic."
Uncle Edisto was always optimistic.
"Yes, sir,"
he said, smiling at me.
"A picnic at Listening Rock should be just about perfect today."
Then, crack went the thunder, sizzle went the lightning, and boom, the sky opened wide and rain sheared down like curtains. Dismay scrambled for my lap, bobbling the kitchen table on his back.
"Whoa, doggy,"
called Great-Uncle Edisto. He steadied the table as Dismay yelped and tried to get out from under the table and on to me. "Down, Dismay," I shouted. Milk sloshed out of my bowl, and I made a mighty pushback in my chair. Dismay's toenails clawed my legs, and his thick coat crammed itself into my nose as my chair tipped sideways with me and Dismay in it. Ugh! The air left my body. My Snowberger's baseball cap popped right off my head, and there I was, lying on the kitchen floor with a 65-pound dog in my face. He stuck his shaggy snout into my neck and shivered. An obituary headline flashed into my mind. "Local girl, 10, done in by storm and petrified pet." Into the middle of all this commotion clumped my little sister Mary, wearing Mama's high heels and a red slip that pooled around her feet. I peeked at her from under my dog blanket. As soon as she saw me, her eyebrows popped high and her mouth rounded into a tiny O of surprise. "Dad," she said. "No," I said. I spit out dog hair. It was fine and silky and tasted like the cow pond.
"You all right, Comfort?"
Great-Uncle Edisto towered over me. He wore fat blue suspenders, and I could smell his old person after-shaving smell. "I'm okay." My head hurt. My plans were ruined. My dog was overwrought. But other than that, I was fine. "Comfort," chirped Mary. "Move, Dismay." I pushed at him, but Dismay was glued to me like Elmer's. He gave my face 3 quick licks with his wet tongue, as if to say, "Yep, it's thunder. Yep, it's thunder. Yep, it's thunder." Mary turned herself around and stomped out of the kitchen, singing to the tune of Jingle Bells. "Comfort, Dad, comfort, Dad, comfort, Dad, away." Downstairs, the front doors slammed, and my older brother, Tidings, who had been painting the fence by the front parking lot, yelled,
"Attention all personnel! Where are the big umbrellas? I need rain cover."
Dismay immediately detached himself from me and scuttled for the grand front staircase to find Tidings, who was bigger than I was and who offered more protection. I gazed at the ceiling and took stock of the situation. 1, it was raining hard. There went my picnic. 2, best friend or not, Declaration would not come over in the rain. She didn't like to get wet. There went my plans. 3, I didn't have a 3, but if I thought about it long enough, I would. Great-Uncle Edisto extended a knobby hand to me and winced as he pulled me to my feet. He gave me my baseball cap, and I used both hands to pull it back onto my head.
"You're getting to be a big girl,"
he said. He picked up the newspaper, tucked his pencil behind his ear, and looked out at the downpour. His voice took on a thoughtful tone.
"The rain serves us."
Great-Uncle Edisto always talked like that. Everything, even death, served us, according to him. Everything had a grand purpose, and there was nothing amiss in the universe. It was our job to adjust to whatever came our way. I didn't get it.
"We can have us some deviled eggs and tuna fish sandwiches right here in the kitchen, Comfort,"
he went on.
"Or we can try another day for that picnic."
When I didn't answer, he turned his head to find me.
"What's the matter, honey?"
I'm disappointed. I studied my scratched-up legs.
"So am I."
Great-Uncle Edisto took a Snowberger's handkerchief out of his shirt pocket and mopped at his face.
"I like to picnic more than a bee likes to bumble."
He did. While we straightened the table and chairs and cleaned up the spilled cereal, Great-Uncle Edisto told me about how disappointments can be good things, like the time he thought he'd planted Abraham Lincoln tomato plants in the garden, but found out later they were really Sunsweet cherry tomatoes. He'd had his heart set on sinking his teeth into those fat Abe Lincoln tomatoes, but then he discovered that he liked the Sunsweets even better. And besides, he could pop a whole Sunsweet into his mouth at once and save his front teeth some wear and tear.
"A distinct advantage at my age,"
he said. "That doesn't help my mood," I said. The rain pounded so hard on the tin roof, it made a roaring sound inside the kitchen, and we had to shout to be heard.
"Think of disappointment as a happy little surprise, Comfort. For instance—"
Great-Uncle Edisto pushed his glasses up on his nose and smiled like he had just invented a new thought.
"I think I'll get me a nap."
He was breathing hard.
"There's always something good to come out of disappointment, Comfort. You'll see."
I could tell by the rhythm and tone of his voice that he was working up to his grand finale.
"Open your arms to life. Let it strut into your heart in all its messy glory."
"I don't like messes," I told him. "I like my plans." Uncle Edisto patted me on the shoulder and lumbered off to his room. I called Declaration on the kitchen telephone, but her line was busy. I hung up and waited for her to call me, but she didn't, so I tried dialing her 6 more times. Then I gave up. Tidings slammed the downstairs doors on his way back outside, and Dismay came to find me. We went to my closet to wait for something good to happen. I do my best thinking in the closet. It's quiet and comfortable and smells like opportunity. I sat with my back against the wall and my knees under my chin. Dismay sat facing me. It's a big closet, with his paws touching my bare toes. He panted nervously, and his dog saliva drip, drip, dripped onto my feet. "Thunder's gone," I said. "You can rest easy, boy." Dismay wasn't sure, but he smiled at me anyway with those shiny dog eyes. It made me want to hug him, so I did. His tail thump, thump, thumped the floor. The next thing I knew, Great-Uncle Edisto surprised us all. Great-great-aunt Florentine whooped for everyone to come. Her bedroom was next to Great-Uncle Edisto's bedroom, and she was standing at her mirror, she said later, soaking wet, untying the ribbon on her sunbonnet when Great-Uncle Edisto took his tumble.
"It's an apoplexy,"
she hollered.
"Stroke!"
Everyone came running. We picked up Uncle Edisto from where he landed, put him into bed, covered him with one of Aunt Florentine's lavender-scented quilts, and called Doc McCree. Mama sat on one side of Uncle Edisto's bed. She held Mary on her lap and looked exquisitely sad. Daddy kneeled next to Uncle Edisto on the other side.